between now and 2050, the population is going to grow from over 6 billion people in the world today to over 9 billion by 2050. And most experts agree that food output is going to have to double. And we, quite frankly, don't have much additional land on which to double this food output. Therefore, we're going to have to be much better about increasing yields on every square inch of land that we're using today. To solve this issue of doubling food output, we believe it takes a combined effort of private enterprise along with NGOs and governments to support that. And we needed to increase that awareness, and we believe the Global Harvest Initiative is a way to do that, to increase the awareness and the focus on solving feeding humankind. For me, the biggest challenge in assuring that we double food output is not that some scientific breakthrough has to happen or that we have to come up with some type of revolutionary equipment. I think the biggest challenge is getting the mindset of governments all around the world, of companies, of NGOs all around this frame together, working collectively together on this challenge as a world, as a globe, not as individual countries. And if we can do that and do that well, then this challenge can be solved for sure. I believe that the Global Harvest Initiative needs to first and foremost get the facts on the table. A lot of times there's misperceptions about where agriculture is today. I think the Global Harvest Initiative can make sure everyone understands the facts relative to the land that's available, relative to where we're at in terms of increasing yields. It can do a good job of educating the public on that, as well as putting up the call to action for governments around the world to be supportive of these efforts. If we don't address this challenge, not to be draconian, but at a minimum, we're talking about the billion people that are malnourished today growing to 2 or 3 billion people in the future. That is unacceptable. One could go even further from that and say every country wants food security, and if they don't get food security, that causes all kinds of tension in the world. That can be civil strife, it could even be a war. So the opportunity here is to assure that we not only feed this growing population, but that we take the billion people that today are malnourished and get them out of poverty at the same time, and I think that's possible. When I think of agricultural productivity output and the impact we can have with more productive equipment, I equate to where we're at today with where we were back in 1915, 1920. You know, Deere bought in 1918 the Waterloo Gasoline Engine Company, and for the first time went to tractors. And prior to that, Deere plows were always pulled by horses and mules. And that transformed agriculture. I think we're at the point right now where we're going to see the same thing as it relates to smart technology on our equipment. You're going to see planters that are capturing each different seed, precisely planting different seed varieties next to one another because soil conditions are different. You're going to see combines that are harvesting this, getting data real time, feeding it back to the farm control center, and thereby optimizing the prescriptions for future plantings. So we believe that we're on the cusp of a real smart solution time period with agriculture. But I think when we put it in the context of enabling a human flourishing, that we want the population to truly flourish and prosper as they grow, and that every mouth should be fed, that's when I think people from all around the world start getting it. And yes, I am encouraged that we're going to make a difference and that people are going to get it and we're going to get this job done. We'd love to have everybody join Global Harvest Initiative, but certainly we want people that can contribute to the solution. And so whether that's NGOs that operate in this space, whether it's other agricultural equipment companies or agricultural output companies, or whether it's people that deal with collecting and moving the harvest to the supermarket, anybody that is in this space, we'd love to have you be a part of this and help us solve this problem.